On this tutorial, we are going to be answering the question asked by most of our students concerning the if function. Without much ado, let's jump right into the work. The if function is a very powerful function in Excel. Just like the name implies, if is a logical test which performs an operation depending on the result, depending on the outcome, depending on what you are testing. For instance, you could say, what will happen if I don't go to school? The result is either good or bad, but that is a test. What happens if I drink a lot of water? The result could be good or bad. We are interested in the if function, that is the logical test, and how to apply it in Excel. So let's go to our Excel sheet here, where we have the names of students and their marks scored for a particular test. So we have the names, the marks, and the remark. So the remark is empty, and our focus here will either be to attribute them excellent or poor, depending on the marks they have scored. If a student scores more than 10, we give the student excellent. If the marks is less than 10, we give the student poor. So on our cell C4, we type our formula, if function, and we say the logical test is if this cell B4, which is the mark of the first student, is greater than 10, that is our logical test. What should happen if this mark is greater than 10? So we say we give the student excellent. So you see here, I already prepared these cells in order to facilitate our work. I wrote excellent and poor on the cells in order to make it easy and make it dynamic, just in case we want to change the remark from excellent to something else, or we want to change the remark from poor to something else. And as we can see, our logical tests that's the if function has 3 arguments. We have the logical test, we have the value if true, and we have the value if false. Simply put, you ask yourself, what am I testing? I'm testing to see if a student has a mark less than or greater than 10. And if this student has a mark less than 10, what should happen? That is the value if true. The value if true should be excellent. It means that student is excellent. If the marks is greater than 10, right, it is excellent. And if the marks is less than 10, it is poor. So we would like to fix the cell F2 because we intend dragging this down and we want to maintain the value in that cell for all the other students. And there's a quick way of doing that by simply clicking on F4 on our keyboard. So here, we simply click on F4 to fix that up, and we continue with our comma, and we say the value if false. So what happens if it is false? It should be poor. We'll click on poor, and we also fix that. We close our brackets and we hit enter. So you see, Claude has excellent, and that is because he has more than 10 in this test. So we scroll down, we drag down for the other students, and you see the second student has excellent, the third has excellent, and the fourth has poor because the marks is less than 10, and the other has poor because the marks is less than 10. So we clearly see that our if function is working perfectly. So if we intend to change this from excellent to good, we simply come to this cell and we type good, enter, and you see automatically it changes for all the students who had excellent. And that is a quick way of doing it. So it is always important to reference a particular cell, especially where you have a large volume of data you're working on. If you loved this video, make sure you hit the subscription button and also the notification button in order to get notified when we do more videos in the days ahead.